He's getting a lot of rain right now. In Detroit, better get ready. Get those umbrellas ready. Take cover once their thunderstorms are there. And just a few clouds and showers passing through the Upper Peninsula, Michigan, Wisconsin. More pop-up passing showers, clouds throughout the northern half of Wisconsin, and especially on the eastern half of Minnesota. There are flood warnings in the southwestern part of the state and the northeastern part of South Dakota. North Dakota, it's quite clear right now. In Iowa, a cold front has just swept through the Hawkeye State, entering into Missouri and Illinois right now. But just a few clouds and showers still remaining just south of Des Moines, Iowa, the state capital of Iowa. Now, what about Missouri on the northern side? There are thunderstorms there, but the south side, more or less just spotty thunderstorms on the Boot Heel part of Missouri. Kansas, plenty of warnings are there with a flood warning in Emporia. Special weather statement southeast of Dodge City, and another one just located northeast of Salina, Kansas. There is a severe thunderstorm warning that's been issued in the Salina area. This one is a destructive storm. Its hail size is estimated to be 2 3/4 of an inch in diameter, with damaging winds of around 70 miles an hour, and damage threat is destructive. But it'll expire in 44 minutes. So in the meantime, better get ready. Better hunker down with those thunderstorms. There may not be tornadoes, at least not now, but better take cover. It's going to be a long afternoon, long commute. Right now in Kansas, it is 5:16 p.m. Central, 5:17 Central Daylight Time over there. In Nebraska, just a few passing clouds and showers, and there are air quality alerts on the eastern side of the state. Now, what's the reason for it? Well, I gotta tell you, folks. Yes, smoke coming from Canada is the reason why. But yet, it's hot enough, though. Could invite plenty of toxic particles, which can cause a lot of worse health issues for those with underlying conditions. Now we see in the northern Rockies, mostly quiet throughout much of Idaho, just on the southwestern corner of the state. Just a few passing clouds and a few showers that have been popping up since about an hour or two ago. And there is a high wind warning in effect in the northeastern corner of Montana. That cold front that's in the Midwest. Hold on a minute, folks. Yeah, the cold front in the Midwest transitioned into a stationary front that's located in Wyoming and the front range of the northern Rockies in Montana. Though no precipitation is present throughout Wyoming and much of Montana, though, just a few clouds and showers. About a few hundred miles northwest of Great Falls. Air quality alerts are in effect throughout northeastern Wyoming as a result of wildfire smoke. Now, where is that? It's coming from Canada, folks. And it's located in Gillette. Now we go down towards Colorado, Utah, Nevada. There are thunderstorms, showers, and pop-up clouds throughout parts of Colorado, mostly on the northwestern quadrant of the state. More thunderstorms are in the southern half of Utah, and plenty of showers in a few places with thunderstorms throughout much of Nevada. So you can see, folks, lots of it. But Las Vegas, they look like as though they may be in the clear for now. Now, going down to the southwest, see in the southwest, not much is going on in terms of active weather alerts, but there is one flash flood warning. It's been indicated by radar, and the damage threat's considerable. Now, where is that? That is located in Kingman, Arizona. There are plenty of thunderstorms that have been popping up, monsoon thunderstorms that have been happening throughout Arizona and New Mexico right about now, and they are ongoing right now in the past 3 hours, affecting places like Phoenix, Tucson, Albuquerque, Santa Fe, Flagstaff, Kingman, Yuma. They are in the clear for now. There is one flash flood warning that's been indicated by radar just miles northeast of Flagstaff, and the damage threat is considerable. Now let's go to California. What do we got in California is that there is one tiny special weather statement there, and it's all because of thunderstorms that are located just inland, just a few miles east of San Diego. Yeah, it's quite a dramatic. It's quite dramatic once you leave San Diego to the east, knowing that you'll encounter thunderstorms inland. Once you move east along I-8 towards Yuma, and Julian, California, folks there are getting thunderstorms. LA, they are not getting much, folks. LA is quite dry. Now we move on to the rest of the state. Well, not much is going on. Just a few pop-up thunderstorms in the Mojave Desert, right along I-15. Then we move on up in California, and we see some pop-up thunderstorms on the northeastern side of California, and it's happening right near the Lake Tahoe, Carson City, Reno area. The Bay Area and Sacramento, they are fine, especially northwestern California. There is a red flag warning that's issued in the northeastern corner of California, despite the fact that there are some pop-up showers and clouds, and even passing ones entering into Oregon. But even in Oregon, in the south central side, there are red flag warnings there, but just outside of Medford. There are dense fog advisories located from Olympic National Park in Washington State all the way down to Florence, Oregon. In north central Oregon, there are extreme heat warnings, plus in south and southeastern Washington State, red flag warnings just to the east of Seattle and covering parts of northern Washington State. Spokane is not one of them. Omak, they are under extreme heat warnings. Alright, folks, so now let's change the scene to here. Okay, so what do we got, folks? Let's start off in the northeast. Before we do that, I need a quick sip, folks. Hold on a minute. All right, I'm back. Let's talk about the Northeast. So, what do we have? Plenty of sea breeze dominating throughout the Northeast, but they happen to be moving, well, right around up to 20 miles an hour, except for right between central Maine, central coast of Maine, all the way to Cape Cod, where winds are up to 25 miles an hour there. And in the interior parts of the Northeast, the winds are generally moving to the north, blowing up to 20 miles an hour for the most part. But along the coasts, it's just somewhat lighter though in terms of winds. A few places like southwestern Pennsylvania up to 25 miles an hour, especially in your Buffalo, Niagara Falls. Now let's take a look at temperatures. So what do we got for temperatures throughout the Northeast? So let's see. In New England, we do have temperatures that are in the low 60s to mid 70s. Then we go into upstate New York and Pennsylvania, where temperatures they're in the 70s. The greater New York City area, temperatures are in the 70s. We go down towards the mid-Atlantic, where you have Delaware, Maryland, D.C., and Virginia. Temperatures they're in the low 70s to mid 80s. In West Virginia, temperatures are in the upper 60s to mid 70s. Let's take a look at the South. So the South, well, we do on the interior parts in the coastal plains part of the Carolinas. Winds are light and variable, especially throughout much of Georgia and parts of Alabama and parts of Mississippi. But I would say that in Tennessee, winds are moving to the northeast, especially in western North Carolina, and especially throughout northwestern South Carolina, northern Georgia. And Arkansas, winds are coming from the northwest. But winds in Tennessee and North Carolina, winds are blowing up to 20 miles an hour. Arkansas, up to 15 miles an hour. Louisiana, winds are coming from the northwest, but becoming a little light though. Just a little bit of sea breeze in some parts of Louisiana, though, up to 20 miles an hour. In Florida, you have winds that are light and variable in the Panhandle, but in the peninsula, winds are actually coming from the northeast for the most part, but a little light and variable. But in the Florida Keys, winds are coming from the west at up to 30 miles an hour there. And just coming into the coast, just up to 25 miles an hour in northeastern Florida, all the way down to the Space Coast. Light and variable winds over the Everglades, though. In Texas, well, hold on a minute. In Texas, though, you have in the Panhandle, the Panhandles of Oklahoma and Texas. Winds are moving to the east at up to 20 to 25 miles an hour. In Oklahoma, you have winds that are coming from the southwest, but shifting. In some places, they're shifting to the southeast at up to 15 miles an hour, particularly on the eastern side. In western Texas, winds are blowing to the west at up to 20 miles an hour. In eastern Texas, winds are blowing up to 20 miles an hour. Southern Texas to the southwest at up to 20 miles an hour there. Let's take a look at the temperatures. So we have in the Carolinas, temperatures there, and Georgia, temperatures there are in the mid 70s to mid 80s. Tennessee,